Evening class. I'm excited to do an evening class. I get new people here. All right, we have 30 minutes. Let's get started. We're going to start off in standing. Nice standing vinyasa, warm up, and then we're going to come down onto the mat for a little bit of core work, some stretching. We're going to try to get it all in 30 minutes. Let's do this. Come to the middle of your mat. Root your feet into the ground. Take a nice long inhale. Reach up to the sky. Stretch it out. Set your intentions for class today. What do you want to get out of class? Do you want more core strength, more flexibility, more mobility? Just some stretching and relaxation, whatever you want. This is your class. Modify as needed. Last breath here. Exhale, forward fold. Bring the arms all the way down. Knees are soft. Just let the back relax. Shake out the arms. Just using this first round to kind of check in with our body. See how we're feeling. Take one more breath here. Keep the knees soft. On your next inhale, halfway lift, flat back. This is your hip hinge. Straighten out those knees if you want more of a stretch in the hamstrings. Pull the belly in. Hold it here for one breath. Hands come down, step back into plank. We do have some planks today. Not too many, but a few. Nice shoulder strength work. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Push yourself away from the mat. Pull the belly in. Abs are engaged. One breath here. Exhale, knees down slowly, lower chaturanga. Starting off slow for our first round. Keep those elbows in, glued to your sides, uncurl your toes. Inhale up, baby cobra. Nice extension for the back. This should feel good. Pull your shoulders down your back. No strain in the lower back. Hold it here. Exhale back down. Uncurl your toes. Push yourself back, downward facing dog. Take your time to get back into that downward dog. Again, spread the fingers wide. Give yourself a nice, strong base of support for downward dog. Drive your hips up high to the sky. Pedal those feet. Give your calf and your ankles a nice stretch. One of my favorite ways to stretch out the calf and ankles for my runners, my cyclists, and anybody, pretty much, who has tight calves. Pedal those feet. We're going to go through this whole sun salutation A sequence 2 more times. Last breath here. Walk your feet up to your hands. Rolling up slowly, one vertebrae at a time, head coming up last. Inhale, reach to the sky. Inhale through the nose. Exhale it out. One breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come down, plank. Step it back. Tall plank, hold it here. One breath. On the exhale, either knees down or all the way down chaturanga. However you want. Nice way to strengthen those shoulders. Uncurl your toes. Up dog or cobra. Coming into that full pose. Pull the shoulders down the back. Hold it here, one breath. Downward facing dog. We have one more round. Pedal those feet. Walk your feet up. Last time through, roll it up. Inhale, reach. Lengthen. Get tall. Exhale, forward fold. Swan dive the arms down. Hang out one breath. Inhale, halfway lift, belly is engaged, hip hinge. Hands down into plank, step it back. Last time. Get ready to move on. Exhale, lower chaturanga. With control, uncurl the toes, up dog or cobra. Nice extension for the back. We're always flexed, right? This is a great way to get some nice extension. Open up the spine. And then come back down. Meet me in downward facing dog. Just hang out in downward dog. Let's take a few breaths here. In down dog. So just settle into your downward dog. Spread your fingers wide. Grip the mat. Flatten out your upper back. Drive your hips up high to the sky. Booty up high, right? So we don't want to be here. We want to be here. Let your heels drop. It's okay if your heels don't touch the ground. Mine are not touching the ground. That is okay. Let's do a little bit of a hip opener stretch here. If this is okay with you, you can hang out in downward dog. If you are able to lift that right leg up for three-legged dog, lift that leg up. Now from here, if you want to bend and open up that hip, go for it if this feels good on your hips. Again, modify as needed. Do whatever feels good to you. I'm going to make a little bit of these hip circles. If you want to just hold it here, whatever you are feeling that you need, now is your chance. It's your class. Take one more breath here. Lower that right leg, same thing, other side. Engage with the shoulders, press the fingers into the mat, lift the left leg up, three-legged dog. If you want, bend that knee, open up that hip. If you want, hip circles. Last few breaths here. And bring that left leg back down. Bring the knees down. Let's roll out the wrists and shoulders. We have one more plank series here. You can always double up your mat too, right? A lot of these planks are kind of a little bit of stress on the wrists for some people. So double up your mat, add a towel, whatever you need to do. Roll out the wrists, roll out the shoulders. So we're gonna come into downward dog into plank. We're gonna rock back and forth. You can either just keep that or you can add on a little bit of a knee crunch. So find your plank, tall plank first. Push away from the mat. Engage through the shoulders. Engage the belly. Inhale here, exhale it back. Downward dog. Inhale forward. I'm stacking my shoulders over my wrists, not in front, right? Here. Right? So find that balance point. Spread your fingers wide. Exhale back and forth. We're going to add a knee crunch onto this if you want. If you want to just keep it like this, totally fine. If you need to take a break, take a break. So if you want to add on to this, I'm going to bring that right leg up. Kick it up. Three-legged dog. Pull the knee forward. Crunch. Kick it back. Make this leg active. Really actively push, pull for the crunch. Again, this is a pretty advanced move. Modify as needed. Take breaks when you need to. Or just keep the down dog plank. We'll do a few on this side, and then we'll switch. And then we have our main core series on the mat, which is our main series, and then we'll stretch, cool it down, and then we are done in 30 minutes, and that is it for today. Let's do a few more here, and then we'll switch to the other side. Strong shoulders. 2 more. Pull that knee up, 1 more. Bring that right leg down. Take a break if you need to. If not, switch. Three-legged dog. Add that knee crunch. Dynamic. Exhale, pull that knee forward. Think of this as a crunch. Pull. Push back, engage your glutes. Inhale, crunch forward. Exhale, push back. Think about what you're working with this, right? Crunch abs, push, glutes, extend the hip. Shoulders are strong, not collapsing into our shoulders. Keep it strong here. We have a few more. And then we'll stretch. And then we have our core. Main series of 3 moves. Finish these off. We have a few more. We're almost done. Let's do 2 more just like this. Great way to strengthen the shoulders, all these planks. Great shoulder strength. I totally lost count. Let's just take a break. All right, knees down. Let's do a little bit of cat-cow. Nice and gentle. Again, use this chance to just kind of check in with your body. Where are you tight? What are you feeling? Take your time. Nice, gentle cat-cow. Articulate through the whole spine. Really focus on that arch and sink. Take your time with these. We're always in a rush. Really just kind of slow it down and just see what you're feeling. Where are you tight? What needs work? How is everything feeling? Let's do a few more. So we have our series of 3. We're going to add a little bit of glute work at the end. So if you have a mini band, resistance band, or some weights, and you want to add those to the bridges, that's our last move. You are welcome to do that. We're going to start off with a little bit of lower abdominal work. This is advanced lower abdominal work, and then we have some crunches, a little bit of everything today. Let's do 2 more of these cat-cows. So if you have the mini bands or you have a weight, you can add it to the bridge. Okay, so we're coming onto our back. I think we're on our back for all of these exercises. Yes, we are. I'm going to start with the hardest one first. Seems like the best idea, right? So you have options for your lower abdominal. You can just do a reverse crunch. Level 1 is just here. Level 2, scoop. Level 3, lower all the way. Now I'm going to cue you, whichever one you're doing, I want you to start with that exhale, press the rib cage down, keep your lower back glued to the ground the whole time. There should be no space here, right? Otherwise you are straining your back, right? So press on the exhale, flatten out that lower back, keep it glued there. I like to have my arms really close to my sides. I like to start with the head elevated. Maybe you just start with this exhale, lift, get that movement going, breath. This is your pelvic floor, this is your diaphragm, this is your breathing, this is your lower abdominals. If you want to make it harder, lower. Again, whichever version you're doing, you can start now. I want you to really focus on, we have a long set, by the way, so I'm just talking to kind of waste time. This first round. As your legs lower, I need that lower back to stay compressed, pressed down. That requires a lot of abdominal control, right? Keep that trunk and that core stable. This is a hard, this is definitely not beginner, right? So focus on that exhale, lift, lower, keep the abs engaged, and that lower back pressing down. There should be literally not even like an inch of space as the legs get away from you. Abs should be feeling fatigued. This is not an easy move. If you are not sure you're doing it right, lift your head up for a few. That's going to help reinforce that abdominal position and pressing the rib cage down. We have a few more here, and then we're just coming into a basic crunch next, which should feel very easy compared to this one. Let's do a few more here. Just burn it out. Finish out this long first set. 4, 3, 2. And 1. Whew, relax. Feet come down. Knees at 90. Let's just do a crunch here. We're going to come up, across, across. Center. We're not taking a break. We're just coming right into that second move, right? Exhale. This is the same position that you had in this first exercise. This is just a little bit easier, right? There's no legs, but we're adding a little bit of obliques across. You can play around with that foot position if you want your legs up. If you want them here, totally fine. I'm just being lazy today. I just want my feet down. Exhale. Reach. Reach. Exhale, crunch. Long set this first round. It's our hardest round. I figured might as well get the hard stuff done first, right? Our last move in the series is going to be that bridge. So that glute bridge, if you want to grab your mini bands, put them around the thighs, put some weights on the hips. You can, you do not need to. But if you want, be my guest. Just add a little bit more resistance. Reach, reach. Exhale, reach. Chin is tucked in. Hands supporting my head. Breathing, again, focus on that breath. Can you keep that abdominal control and still breathe underneath it? That is the challenge. Let's finish out this nice long first set. A few more. And then we have our glute bridges in the same position. 2 more, just like this. Reach. 1 more time. I love crunches. I don't know why. I just like them. All right, relax. That crunch is the foundation for your first move, right? That crunch. So there's value in the crunch. Let's not forget crunches are valuable. Okay, so we have our bridge, our glute bridge. Arms can be overhead or at your side. This is easier, this is harder. Again, weights or mini bands. Knees at 90 feet or hip distance apart. I want you to dig your heels into the ground. Squeeze your glutes every single time you lift. We're starting off with our basic glute bridge here. Just kind of getting those glutes waking up. And then we'll add on, make it a little bit spicier in the second half. Again, first round, I'm going for some nice endurance here. Nice to kind of change it up so we can do a little bit of speed, we can do a little bit of added reps, added sets. Keep your core work engaging, keep it different, target different muscles, dynamic, static, everything. Glutes, to me, is a part of our core, right? So we're getting the bottom of that trunk stabilized, the top, the sides, everything. Keep lifting all the way up. You should be like a straight line at the top. Squeeze, squeeze. So we're going to do our glute bridge here, and then we're going to bring our feet together and let our knees come out for our frog bridge. We'll finish with that for this set. Slightly different emphasis on the glutes, a little bit more hamstring activation. 4 more. 3, squeeze. 2, squeeze. 1 more. We're not done. Feet together, knees out, frog bridge. Just when you thought your glutes and hamstrings couldn't be more tired, I made it harder. I love this position for the frog bridge. To me, this is one of my favorite positions for the glute bridge. But that's just me. All right, let's finish this out, and then we come back in with our lower abdominal, legs lowering, round 2. We won't have as many reps. Few more here. Squeeze, burn it out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, my hamstrings are tired. I felt that. All right, round 2, lower abdominals. We're jamming through. Again, exhale on the lift and lower. We're not taking breaks. We have a lot to cover in 30 minutes. Take breaks whenever you need to. This is your class, so modify as needed, take breaks as needed. Spice it up, cool it off, whatever you need. You can get a lot done in 30 minutes. Press that lower back down. Whichever version you're doing. Chin is tucked in. I often like to remind people, try to look at the toes. That's going to help you tuck this in, which is going to help you keep this pressed down and engaged. Let's do a few more here, and then move on to our crunches. I'm going to change the crunches just to keep it interesting. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee to elbow crunch. Why? I don't know. It just seems like a fun one to do. So again, you don't need to touch the knees to the elbow, but again, a little bit of a lower abdominal lift. If you just want to do part of it, you're welcome to. Like if you just want to do the front part and just crunch here, totally fine. If you just want to do the lower, which we kind of just did, you can do that too. You want to put the two together. Again, you don't need to touch knees to elbow. Just giving us something to aim for. Focus on that exhale on the crunch. Use the breath. That is also a part of our core, that breath, that diaphragm. These are muscles stabilizing our trunk, keeping us stable and strong. Exhale. Knee to elbow or upper or lower. Let's do a few more. And then we'll get into our second round of bridges. I'm going to change that glute bridge just a little bit. Last few here. 4, 3. My abs are tired today. 2, 1. Feet down. Knees at 90, come back to that glute bridge, whichever position you're doing. Dig the heels in, squeeze, activate every time, lift up, glute bridge. We will add on to this glute bridge a little bit of single leg glute bridge at the end. Just a little bit. Just a few, just to activate. A little bit of single leg work here. Few more. Lift, lift. 4 more. 4, 3, squeeze. 2, 1. I want you to press your hands into that right thigh. Dig your left heel into the ground. Come up. Single leg. Bridge. Up. Up. Left leg should be active. Hamstrings and glutes on that left leg. A few more here. 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. Same thing. Pushing the hands into the front of the left thigh as you activate that right back of the thigh. Squeeze that right hamstring. Squeeze that right glute. Finish up. We have our last round. We are speeding through. We are almost done. 4, 3, 2, 1. Butt down, legs up. Last round. Crunch, reach, reach, obliques. Finishing up. Oh, I totally just realized I went out of order. That's okay. We'll do the legs lowering next. I got so excited for these crunches. Forgot we have to do our lower abdominals. We'll do that next. So we've got these obliques reaching across. Then we'll do our leg lowering, lower abdominal work, and our last set of bridges. Finish up here. Exhale, across, 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 across. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands come down, lower abdominal, lift and lower. Man, I never go out of order. This is the first time I think I've ever gone out of order. Oh well. It's good. It's good to change it up. Keeps it spicy, keeps it interesting. Exhale, lower. Press that lower back down. Again, lift the head up off of the mat if you are not sure that you are doing this correctly, or if you just want to really reinforce this position. Lift your head up, lift your shoulders up, just for a few. Exhale. Focus on that exhale. We are almost done with this series. We have our glute bridges. That is it. Then we cool it down. Replay of these classes is going to go up afterwards on my YouTube playlist under core class. You can check them all out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down, glute bridge last time. Finishing it out. We're going to run about a minute or two over. I got to get my last little glute bridges in. Squeeze. Squeeze, just your basic glute bridge. Let's just finish out nice and strong, and then let's stretch. Squeeze. Squeeze. Last few here. 4 more. Squeeze. Lift. 2, 1. Butt down. Let the knees just drop side to side. Let's just start to cool it down. We've got some stretching to do. We might go a little bit over that 30-minute mark, but I want to make sure we get in our stretches. Slow down the breathing. Inhale through the nose, exhale it out through the mouth. Hug those knees into your chest. Give those knees a nice good squeeze. Give your lower back a nice little massage. Rock the knees side to side. This is your chance to do any other stretches that feel good to your body. Now is your chance. Rocking those knees side to side. Let that left leg extend long on the mat. Shake it out. Roll the ankles and the toes around. I feel like we always neglect our little feet and our toes, so let's just kind of shake it out, move them around, get them moving. With your left hand, bring that right knee across your body. Give yourself that nice little outer hip stretch on that right side, right glute, IT bend. If you want to rotate off the mat even more, getting into the lower back, if that feels good, go for it. Open that right arm out at about a 45-degree angle. Head can go wherever it needs to go, or maybe you just let the head nod side to side. Let's just slow it down. Inhale through the nose, and exhale it out through the mouth. We'll take one more breath here. Come back to center, figure 4 stretch. Bend that left knee up. Let that right knee fall out. You can keep it here if this feels good. Otherwise, if you want to reach through for thread the needle, or if you want to go face down into pigeon pose, or any other stretches that feel good. Child's pose. Now is your chance. And just let that head rock side to side. Release any tension in the neck and shoulders. A lot of this core work really involves the neck and the shoulders. So just release all that tension. We are done. Let it all go. Exhale it out, lower the shoulders. Take one more breath here. And exhale it out. Unwrap that right leg, shake it out. We're done with that leg hug. That left knee into your chest. Give it a good squeeze. Right hand brings that left knee across your body. Find that angle that feels good for you on your body. Stretching that glute or that outer hip. Open that left arm out, stretching out the chest, shoulder, and the rib cage. Head can go wherever it feels comfortable. Let's just finish off this left side. And take one more breath here. Come back to center, figure four, stretch left side. Whichever version feels good to you. So many variations. Reaching through for thread the needle. Face down for pigeon pose. Or just hug the knees into the chest. You have options. Roll the shoulders. Just roll them out. Relax the jaw. Inhale through the nose, exhale it out through the mouth. Last few breaths here. Then we'll finish off in seated. If you have any comments, suggestions, let me know. You can add them in the comments section. This class is for you. Hopefully you got something out of it here. Last breath here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Unwrap that left leg. Place both feet onto the floor. Let those knees rock side to side gently. Roll yourself onto your side. Come up into seated for our last seated stretch. Make your way into seated. We are almost done. Last stretch here. Sitting however it feels comfortable for you. Last stretch. Sit up nice and tall. Get some length in the spine. Inhale, reach to the sky. Nice tall spine. Exhale it out one more time, and then that is it for today. Last breath here. Inhale, reaching up nice and tall. And exhale it out. Thank you guys so much for coming. I'll see you next time. This is my evening class. Let me know if you like the evenings. We'll do more of them. Subscribe to the channel. Replays are going to go up afterwards under the core class playlist. See you guys next time.